Hello, I am Maggie's research paper.
You are what?
Maggie's research paper. Who are you?
I am the person standing next to you. Hi.
Okay, want to hear about me?
I guess. What are you about?
I am about the role of gender in heritage language education. Don't I sound interesting?
Actually, no. You don't. In fact, you sound horribly boring. Why should I be interested in you?
I'm glad you asked. Introduction. Whenever immigrants come to the United States, they have to decide how and to what extent their children should learn their native, or heritage, languages. Many have created heritage language schools for just this purpose.
That sound you hear is me yawning.
Quiet. I'm still talking. Heritage language education has been studied a little bit, but very little research has been conducted into the role of gender in heritage language education. That's where I come in.
And what do you do?
Background. Asian Indians are becoming increasingly plentiful in the United States.
Wait, are you Indian?
Yes, Tamil to be specific.
Oh, I know all about you. We colonized you.
Lovely.
You gave us your tea. You were so kind to do so.
Yes, kind.
You must have been so sad when we left. Your government hasn't been doing well, and you have so many people there. It must be dreadful.
Yes, clearly we needed you around. We needed you so badly that your entire empire collapsed after we stopped working for you. And your teeth still suck.
You shouldn't be so mean.
Whatever. I do what I want. Anyways, there are lots of Indians in the United States now. We Tamils are also here. In order to preserve our culture and language, we have developed lots of language schools.
Tell me more about these language schools in the United States.
Critical literature review. Language schools are sites where immigrant children can learn about their native cultures and languages. They are also places where immigrant parents can meet each other and develop social capital. Also, language has been found to be a key element in ethnic identity.
Really? You mean you can't just preserve your ethnic identity by cooking chicken curry for me in your restaurant?
Wow. I hate you.
Oh?
Gandhi taught non-violence, but I'm finding it really difficult right now to practice his teachings.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
As I was saying, the relationship between gender and language is also very important. Indian women use language as a means of asserting identity because we are the gatekeepers of culture.
Gatekeeper of culture? Isn't that just the door in front of your restaurant?
In my next life, I want to be reincarnated as 1,000 dogs. And I want you to be reincarnated as the only fire hydrant on this planet. Do you understand what I am saying?
I think so.
Multiculturalism is becoming a more widely accepted experience. Immigrants are now increasingly trying to maintain their individual cultures and subcultures within multicultural societies. This is true for Indians and Tamils. However, ethnic maintenance is difficult to achieve due to immigrants being relocated.
So that's what we know so far. Why do we need you?
There is lots of research about heritage language education and language from a gender perspective, but not much research that connects these two ideas. That's where I come in.
Gender? You mean like feminism?
Theoretical framework. Yes. Exactly like feminism. Do you know about feminism?
Well, I happen to be a very typical Western feminist.
Oh dear.
What's wrong?
Everything. Allow me to explain. Your version of feminism is stupid.
Really?
Yes. You believe that there is only one way to be a progressive woman, and that ethnicity and modernity are mutually exclusive. I disagree.
What do you mean?
For example, what do you think about Muslim women who wear headscarves?
I think they are horribly oppressed.
But what if they choose to wear headscarves? Then what do you think?
I think they are so oppressed that they have been brainwashed into doing something that oppresses themselves. It's the responsibility of people like me to liberate people like them.
You are dumb. I believe in post-colonial feminism. Women choose to embrace traditional practices in order to empower themselves, such as wearing headscarves. Don't you see?
Yes. I do see. I see poor women struggling to be free but being held back by the tyrannical shackles of their oppressive cultures.
Are you really this ignorant?
If this is ignorance, then I don't want to be smart. I think women all over the world should aspire to be like Western women. We are free, liberated, modern. We are much less oppressed than women anywhere else.
Yes. You are so free and unoppressed that you wear makeup when you are 7 and receive boob jobs for your 16th birthday. In college, you dance around naked at parties while drunk men stare at you. Wow, what a great modern life.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
I don't think I have ever been so disappointed in the human race in my life.
If you got it, flaunt it.
Dear God. I just realized that you are breathing air that could be going into the lungs of some poor starving child. What an enormous waste of resources on an unacceptably poor excuse for a living creature.
You seem unhappy.
Your version of feminism is dominant and powerful. Too bad it is also wrong. Women in developing countries are not just victims. We have agency. We make choices. We can hold on to our traditions and still be progressive. This is the lens through which I view Tamil language education and gender.
So what do you want to know?
Data and methods. I want to know why parents want their children to learn and maintain the Tamil language. And I want to know how the parents' own gender roles emerge in their expectations of their children's Tamil language acquisition. Finally, I want to know how parents' own gender inform their involvement in their children's heritage language education experience.
And how do you answer these questions?
Maggie uses 2 qualitative methods to pursue her research. She conducts classroom observations in a Tamil language school in California, and she interviews parents of children who attend that school. Parents are interviewed individually and together as couples.
How much data does Maggie collect?
Maggie has conducted over 65 hours of classroom observations.
That is crazy.
Yes. Maggie is crazy. Like a fox.
Is she awesome, too?
I think so.
And what does Maggie do with all of this data?
She amends her field notes and codes her interviews. After completing initial codes, she analyzes her interviews again using more interpretive and categorical codes.
Awesome. Are there any limitations?
Yes. But they don't matter. Because Maggie is awesome.
Where exactly does Maggie do all this?
A fictitious place called Ramar Canyon. Tamil language school is held every Sunday. Parents drop off their kids in the morning and then socialize while the kids learn Tamil. By the way, this section is very well written. Even Christine said so.
Wow, Christine said so?
Yes, Christine said so.
So, what can we learn from all of that work?
Findings and discussion. To start, parents want their children to learn Tamil for 3 reasons. Because the language is an integral part of their identity, so children can become competent global citizens, and so children can become mobile, both geographically and socially.
But why don't they just learn English? It's a better language.
Shut up.
Okay.
How parents' own gender roles emerge in their expectations of children's language acquisition is interesting. Women are more concerned with their children learning Tamil purely. They don't want their children to speak Tanglish.
Oh, like how I want people to speak the Queen's English.
If I agree with you right now, will you promise to stop being an imbecile for the rest of this conversation? We're almost done. Please spare me any more pain.
Yes.
Fine. Yes. It's like how you want people to speak the Queen's English. If the Queen were brown and beautiful.
I'm right.
My life sucks whenever I am around you. Mothers, more than fathers, also expect cultural immersion to be a key aspect of Tamil language education. They want their children to learn about Tamil dress and food from Tamil school. Some women even see this as a responsibility that they hold. Interestingly though, both mothers and fathers equally stress that they want their children to be able to comprehend Tamil fully, such as in conversations with other Tamils.
I have a question.
I was afraid of that.
When you people speak in your funny-sounding language, are you talking about me? Because I think you are.
Before I met you, no. But now, yes, I will. All the time. Even when you're not around. Even in my sleep. In fact, when I die, the epitaph on my tombstone will be something about you in Tamil. May I continue, now?
Go right ahead.
Maggie expected that women would be more involved in their children's Tamil education because women are the gatekeepers of culture. However, she finds that mothers and fathers vary in who is more involved. For families in which mothers are equally involved, or even less involved, the families consider themselves to be modern Tamils.
I like the word modern.
You would. But there is also a disconnect between public displays of knowledge and who actually spends more time. In the case of one couple, the father is acknowledged publicly as being more culturally knowledgeable, but the mother is more committed to their son's Tamil education. She even has to remind the father to speak to their son in Tamil. Even though when Maggie interviews them together, it is the father who is speaking more frequently.
I like this mother.
Please never go near her. I would fear for her soul. Finally, in families in which mothers are more involved in their children's Tamil education, fathers find dedicating energy to that education to be rather burdensome.
Isn't that oppression?
Maybe not. It might be the mothers choosing to invest their time into their children's education. It is a conscious act of empowerment, something that they feel is important. Just like you invest your time into being an idiot.
I'm lost.
I'm not surprised. From the perspective of post-colonial feminist theory, these Tamil mothers are making choices. To choose is to have power. To have power is not to be oppressed. They are simply exercising their power in ways that people like you typically don't identify. But they do have it. They have the power to imbue their children with their own culture. They even have the power to define the limits of their community. They are in control of those forces.
Then what am I in control of?
As far as I can tell, very little. Talking with you has exhausted me. I need to go watch ice melt. That is more stimulating than this conversation has been.
So what do you think I should take away from you?
That one cannot understand language acquisition without considering the role that gender plays. Nor can one understand the immigrant experience as a whole without considering the role that gender plays.
I think I can do that.
I do not. I must say that I have found this discussion with you to be very frustrating and spirit-devouring. I'm not sure how I will survive knowing that my children will be in a world populated with people like you. I pray for them.
I like you. I am going to tell my friends everything you have told me.
Really?
Yes. I will tell them while we are getting boob jobs this afternoon. The surgeon has a 3-for-1 special. Then we will go dance naked for drunk men. We like doing that. I'm so happy we are not like Tamil women and forced to watch over our children in heritage language school. We are so free.